Mgtows. This is Mgtow Righteousness back with another video. And as you can tell, the video is called The Power of Forgiveness. I'm talking to a lot of my level 1, level 2s, even some level 3s, and a refresher for level 4s, Mgtow. Okay, my brethren, forgiveness is a powerful tool towards success. Okay, a lot of you MGTOWs are not innocent. A lot of you men are not innocent. And that is also a reason why you have anger. And that's also a reason why you cannot accept anything, any gratification, whether even if it is not supposed to be from a woman, you cannot accept. And that's why you cannot move on. You cannot let go. You cannot accept the fact that you might have not been the perfect husband, boyfriend, father, son. So it's hard for you to move on with your life because of your shame, you know. However, there's ways to get around this shame. First things first, you have to accept the fact that you did what you could and you couldn't do it any better than what you were doing it. Whether she thinks it, doesn't think it, don't matter about them. It matters about you within your heart. Your heart has to be righteous, as pure and as shiny and as gold. Okay? A lot of you men, your hearts are not pure like gold. Your hearts are damped with darkness, damped with materialism of the world and vanity of the world. Okay, that will kill you. That will literally will catch up to you and kill you. That's why you have some men 25, 35, they're fucking their girls and they die and have a heart attack because they've been living too much in sin. They've been masturbating too much. They've been having sex too much to fulfill their need, whatever the case may be, whatever mommy issue they might have, whatever issue they might have, they cannot let it go. So they keep poisoning themselves physically, and then spiritually they get taken overwhelmed and they die. Okay? A lot of you MGTOWs must learn forgiveness. This is also a huge part of exile and, isolation. You can find forgiveness in isolation. You could also find shame in isolation. I said it before. MGTOW brothers, forgiveness is the first key. First, forgive yourself. Even if you feel you did the right thing in any situation and you're just feeling shame, forgive yourself. I know some of us are like, you know what? No, I did what I was supposed to do. So if they don't like me, fuck them. And I agree with that that set of mindset. But also, you have to bring peace. That's another part of being a man and as Mgtow, as righteousness, as it goes, it flows through you. You have to learn how to forgive. Forgive people. Oh, they talk behind your back. Forgive them. Forget them. That's it. Forgive and forget. You don't know them. I knew them. I don't know them anymore because I forgot them. Because I had to forgive them. Okay? You forgive people because it's not what is the right thing. It's what's going to let you move on and progress to that next level of wisdom, of consciousness, of holiness, of being a better man, being a better person. Forgiveness is important. You must forgive your enemies. Women have a hard problem forgiving. You have some men have a hard problem forgiving women because men, when we get older, we take a lot of things to heart because we're wiser. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of being older. That's the beauty of having grays on your hair, on your chin hairs, on your head. Okay, because you've been through life, you've seen life, but you must forgive yourselves. You must forgive the people who've done wrong to you. Sometimes when you have a lot of hatred within you, you block your own blessing. You block your own your own redemption in a sense because you're so blinded by your anger. You cannot forgive MGTOWs. You must learn to forgive and forget. When I mean forget the person, whoever did you wrong. Do not forget the scenario. Do not forget the situation, because it's important. So if another situation occurs, you know what to do. But what I'm saying is forgiveness is a powerful tool that some people can't even grasp themselves. And when you forgive them and they know you've forgiven them, they think you're weak. However, when they try to play when they try to use your morals against you, that's when you go for the kill. That's when you go right for their neck. Like, listen, motherfucker, I know what you're doing. I know what you did. You splay everything out on them. Okay, whatever that is, however that might be for you, that's what you do. When fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. Well, but how's it go again? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Okay, that's really what it boils down to. Mgtow brothers, forgiveness is the key to life. You know, you must learn to forgive. Sometimes it's not the easiest thing. It's hard, but it's what makes you a man. God said that, man's hearts are as cold as wax. But he also loves us because of the loving we have within us. The love that we have within us for life itself. Something that I can't see in the opposite sex. Not all the time. I feel like the opposite sex thinks life is a bargain sale. Like they just, oh la la la, let's buy this, and not use it ever. That's why you cannot take the opposite sex as serious as they want to be taken. It's impossible. The rhetoric and the shit they complain about is like, I could never take this serious. I shouldn't take this serious. But it's not about them. It's about your heart. It's about finding forgiveness for yourself. Accept the fact that whatever you tried didn't happen, and accept the fact what you couldn't do or didn't want to happen happened. Okay? Forgive, let go, move on. Sometimes it won't take I'll give you this. It won't take, a day to forgive. It might take a week, it might take a month, it might take a year even. It might take 2 years. It might take a fucking decade. But you must let it go. There's other people that are waiting for you to touch them spiritually and just touch them and orally and be around them, manifest your aura around them in their life. Sometimes, Mgtow brothers, when you have anger and animosity towards somebody, right? And you're so focused on that person, we all have missions in life. Sometimes when you're so focused and putting energy on that person, which you're really meant to do and who you're really meant to affect, that will affect thousands of others, you walk by, you miss, you don't take that extra step, you miss that train, you miss whatever you were supposed to catch that would affect you greatly and maybe thousands of other men and women greatly. Okay? That's why you have to let go so you can continue on. My brothers, forgiveness is not an easy thing. It is not. But it's easy when you forgive yourself, when you love yourself enough to know that, listen, I ain't about to have no grudge with no person. I'm better than that. I'm stronger than that. God made us warriors. You have to have a certain honor code walking in this game of life. Women don't need it. Women don't have it. All women have is, let me get to know him. So if I like him, if I see he's a good candidate enough, we can get married. That's all women got to do. And watch out for men who are creepy that want to rape them. That's all women got to do. Those are the two biggest things women got to do. Okay? Men is like 20 other things we got to do. We got to make sure we have this. We have to make sure we have that. You got to make sure you are a man. You got to make sure you control yourself. Make sure there's so many things you have to do. Why? Because you have more responsibility within the universe. That's why God created you first. Women have a job to do, which is give birth. You have more of a responsibility to do, which is to break the barriers of life, to create things, to touch people. MGTOW brothers, you must forgive, forget, let go, move on. I shouldn't see a bunch of MGTOW videos anymore talking about why you shouldn't talk to women, why you shouldn't. Yes, we know there's a bunch of videos. We should be making more conversations of, listen, let's get in this political pool, let's get in this race. Let's come 20 of us and give $20 a month or whatever towards an agenda, towards a goal. I'm willing to put the money up. Listen, I'm a manufacturing major. I make a lot of money. I make airline carriers. That's what I do. I make a lot of these IG models. They can't go where they want to go without my brain. Believe it or not. If I mess up on a certain speck of gratification on a part, I mean, even if it's tenth of a thousandth of an inch, that whole motherfucking plane coming down. And I've seen it with my own two damn eyes. Okay. So I know my value and my worth within society. I contribute a huge part to society. You think I would be able to go through school and get the certificate if my brain was constantly on my ex who did me wrong? I had to emerge above that, above water. I had to say, I'm going to grasp what I want out of life. And I'm going to make everybody see it. And oh yeah, she sees me doing my thing. Oh yeah, she sees me doing my thing. I'm about to go to Miami. When I'm done in March, January, I'm about to go to Miami. I'm out. I'm about to be down there for 2 weeks. I got me a $40 an hour job. I'm about to pay 2 cars, get me 2 damn Jeeps. I already got one. I'm about to trade it and get me another one and get my mom one. Straight cash. So again, these are the blessings you can block yourself from yourself if you do not forgive first yourself, because in order to forgive them, you have to forgive yourself. Whatever it is that you're feeling, even if you are the one who's wrong, I mean, not wrong, but the victim, it's a sense of when you forgive them, okay, you forgive them, but you still could have some animosity in your heart, in your soul. So you have to forgive yourself, okay, because you got to understand it's a two-way street. Even if they're wrong, it's a two-way street. You could have said some things or done some things that could have ignited her. That is very well. She just took it overboard, which is most of the time. So yes, you forgive yourself so you can forgive them and you can move on. Mgtow warriors, Mgtow brothers, you got to do this to get to the next level of your life. I don't care if it's a woman, a man, a teacher, a professor, a doctor. You have to forget a firefighter, a police officer who did you anything. You got to forgive. My fellow Mgtow brothers, I have faith in a lot of you men. I mean, I have faith in my Lord, but I have confidence that we are going to get this together. Now that Trump is in office and you know, conservatism is coming back to the U.S., a lot of these women have to be under the man, have to put in their rightful place, because it's all money. The only thing that gave them power was the money. Now that the IRS and the money is coming down on them because they did it to themselves, and we didn't do it. They did it to themselves when they did the woman march, talking about they want to claim their sexuality. That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. That okay, you can do that, but best believe, just like the drug man, we can't get him. We're gonna tax your ass because you're gonna openly put your ass out there. So yeah, we're gonna tax you. The street men are the smart guys because they do this shit on the low. That's why when they get caught, Uncle Sam gets his money and the revenue out of him when he puts black, Hispanic, and white drug dealers, throws their asses in jail. That's when Uncle Sam gets the tax money out of men, out of these hoes, because these hoes are the same thing as drug dealers, because there's pleasure symbols. It's a little different. We can't do we can't treat you how we treat the men. Some of you, because some of these women are going to jail because tax fraud. But what they'll do is they'll put an incentive on their ass. So pretty much what women have done is literally enslaved themselves to the government. The government wasn't taxing them like this. But when they started putting their foot down on society's throats, that's when Uncle Sam was like, no, you will be put back in your place. So again, The world will balance itself out. The world is balancing itself out. Evil can't reign forever. I'm not saying evil's not reigning now, but when evil reigns for a while, it'll go on for a while, and it'll push goodness and light and holiness to a corner, because good is good. Good's gonna let things happen. So when good gets pushed into a corner and manifest, that's when good does the most evil for the greater good, in a sense. And then that's when balance comes back. And I shouldn't say evil. That's when the pureness of the light overflows the darkness. The darkness can't go. Like, darkness can't do nothing about it. The darkness gets put back in the check. Okay, Mgtow brothers, you gotta forgive. You gotta love. You gotta forgive. And then we could work on some political agendas to get these these marriage laws changed, because that's all Mgtow wants, is the marriage laws changed. Okay, with this, stay blessed, stay true, stay on the path, stay righteous, protect the innocent, defend the weak, defend the ones who cannot be there and protect themselves. And with these last encouraging words, long live Mgtow. Good night.